The Ferrari's round wide. Have that, mate. Have that, you little... What is up, everybody, and welcome back to episode number 11 here in Austria. We're in the Red Bull Ring, and we want to beat Red Bull in their home Grand Prix. They beat us in Monaco when it was Charles Leclerc going for his home Grand Prix victory, and he lost out just to Max Verstappen. But if we have a look at the standings, Leclerc 195 points, Sainz 128, Norris 123. So Leclerc is kind of running away with it from the next three drivers. So pretty comfortable for him right now, but all it takes is a couple of bad races and then maybe Verstappen, Sainz, or Norris is on his tail. So we're going to keep pushing with Charles Leclerc. I have decided I'm not going to do any more upgrades for the rest of the season. We have one more upgrade coming in to this Red Bull Ring. But after this, no more upgrades. So this is the last big upgrade for us this season. So it's important we get the points in the next few races before Red Bull take that leap ahead of us. And then we're just scrambling to get as many points as possible to ensure that we take home the drivers and the constructors title. But let's get into the Red Bull Ring. We did have a look at the facilities, and we did have to refurbish the wind tunnel, which was like 12.5 million or something. So not too much money left to play with either. But let's get into qualifying, and let's make it a 1-2 in the Red Bull Ring. I mean, Q1 gets a little bit boring, you know. I know there's an option to sim it, but I think if you simulate it, they'll use up 2 fresh sets of softs, which obviously I don't want to do. You know, we can get through this with 1 set of softs easily, which we're going to do right now. So 103. Look at how close that is between the 2 drivers. Look at that, 103.4, Leclerc a little bit behind. So Leclerc is the driver behind for now. But that's pretty much us in the Q2, so we'll see you in the Q2. They did say it was supposed to rain at some point in qualifying, or potentially rain. So a bit of rain could spice it up a little bit. Maybe we'll see some surprise knockouts in Q2. Who knows? Let's hope there's a bit of rain in Q2. Any rain? No rain again. All right, so it's just another dry session. We'll get straight back out there on a used set of softs. I mean, I don't think we finished top in the end. I think a Red Bull did beat us, but we look very, very quick around here. So I would be kind of surprised if we don't take pole position. I'll be a little bit surprised if we don't take a 1-2, to be honest. I know Verstappen can pull a lap out of his arse and put it on pole out of nowhere, but I'm expecting a 1-2. Look at those times. This is on a used set. And we're still outdoing the Red Bull of Carlos Sainz. We don't even need to come out again. We just go out once on a used set. We'll have, I think, 3 fresh sets for Q3. So, I mean, that's the dominance that we're in right now. It feels like we're in that, what was it, the W11, the Mercedes in 2020. It's just outrageous, you know, our pace that we got. All right, into Q... There is a bit of rain. So, look, there's some rain coming around 4 to 5 minutes time. That's just enough time to get 1 lap in. So we got 1 lap, fresh set of softs. Let's send them both out there. We'll send out Leclerc first, Norris right behind. I'm going to be watching when Red Bull come out. Russell's out early, Perez out early. You got to get out early if you want a dry lap. I mean, hopefully we don't get held up. If we get held up by anybody coming out of the pits, you got Magnussen, Zhou. None of the Red Bulls are out yet. They are leaving it late. They are risking it. Carlos Sainz now out. Verstappen still in the pits. He's going to be one of the last ones to come out. 2 minutes until the rain. I'll tell you what, though. Leclerc rounding the last corner. Sorry. Where can Leclerc put it? What sort of time? It's going to be a 103.4. Norris has done better than that in previous qualifying sessions, but he's only P2 by 1/1000th of a second. Oh my days, talk about hardly splitting the 2 drivers. Norris is going to be gutted because that's the only chance he gets at beating Charles Leclerc, because the rain is coming any moment. And Max Verstappen still yet to come out of the pits. What is Carlos Sainz going to do? He's just started his lap. So we'll wait a minute. Magnussen 5th, Zhou 6th, Verstappen now coming out of the pits. It's going to rain. It's going to rain on his out lap. It's raining already. Carlos Sainz finishing his lap. He's not going to improve. Sainz, or he's not going to beat us, sorry. Sainz only P3. I tell you what, he's done well to get P3 with the rain. Verstappen, though. Verstappen's in the mud. I can't believe Lando Norris has missed out by 1/1000th of a second. Not much. Nothing splitting them, pretty much, between Leclerc and Norris. What a qualifying that is. But it's a 1-2 in the Red Bull Ring, and Verstappen can only get P10. I don't think he's going to dry up. It's not going to dry up enough. So Verstappen, P10, unless there's penalties, he's starting all the way in the fifth row, and it's a bit of a stinker for him. Carlos Sainz is P3, so he will be challenging us, and I'm sure he'll be a threat. But it could just be a battle between Leclerc and Norris once again. We had it in Baku, a very good battle, and Leclerc came out on top, and we might have it again in Austria. Look at that. 4.29 and a 4.30. That's the slowest of... If Lando Norris did what he did in Q2, he would have been up by 1/1000th of a second. But it wasn't to be for him today. So Leclerc, the man who's leading the Drivers' Championship, the one with the target on his back, and that no one can keep up with really right now. I think he's got 7-8 wins this season. Takes pole position. What strategy do we go for? We got the mediums to hards or the hards to mediums. I mean... You could go hards to softs. That makes... I think mediums to hards... I think we've got to split the strategy. I think mediums to hards for Leclerc, try and have him get away. And hards to mediums for Lando. I think that could be the best way to do it. And we put them both low on fuel in case a safety car comes out. I don't know. I've been going lower on fuel the past few races, and I seem to like it a lot more. So we'll go low on fuel for both drivers. Honestly, try and have both of them pull away from the field. We've got good pace in this car. We could get both of them away early doors and could have a really boring race. But it will be interesting to see between the two who comes out on top. Verstappen all the way back there in P10. So no penalties. We do have... I think that's Perez, but Carlos Sainz in the Red Bull right behind us. So the two in different teams, which is kind of confusing. Different teams in real life. But away we go. Leclerc takes the lead out of turn 1. You got Lando Norris holding on to P2 as well. So Norris on the hards, everybody else, or Sainz and Russell on the mediums, and then you got a bunch of people on the hards again. Verstappen also on the mediums with Bottas, and the rest we don't really care about. So a lot of people going different, and look at that start. Already away from Carlos Sainz. I tell you what, we could probably relax already. It's what happens when you go low on fuel. You can kind of relax a little bit. Or low on fuel, you get a really good start and you can get away. And now we can kind of relax now out the DRS. Obviously, DRS doesn't come in until the third lap or at the end of the second lap. But 2 seconds is the advantage already. What we could do with Lando is almost tell him, don't fight your teammate, sit behind, conserve a lot of fuel while on the hard tyres, and then we'll repay the favour to Leclerc. I think that's the way to do it. That might be the best way to do it. That way we don't slow each other up by fighting, and that doesn't allow Sainz to come back at us as Russell is going at Carlos Sainz. I mean, 2.5 seconds and 3 laps. It could be a straightforward win. I mean... Why not? Let's dominate in the Red Bull ring. I mean, I feel a little bad for Leclerc, because Leclerc's got to save some fuel at some point. I mean, we've got to time it. We'll save a lot of fuel with Lando, and then maybe we switch him around. Hold on a second. Safety car, never mind. There you go. There you go, Charles. You can save as much as you want now. So, this is what we planned for. A safety car to save some more fuel. And let's see what actually happened. Verstappen's still alive, I think. No, we're not going to pit yet. It's way too early to pit. Who crashed? Who's at the back? Latifi! So Latifi's had a bit of a mare. I would like to see the replay. Haven't been given the option. There we go. Crashed at turn 1. Has he hit anybody? Is it this Aston Martin or this one? Nicholas Latifi! Oh! I was going to say he crashed into no one, but he almost took the Alpine out. But yeah. So Latifi just crashed on his own, bringing out a safety car after we built a 5-second gap. I mean, that 5-second gap we built was pretty easy. So, I mean, a safety car comes out. It's going to help the race because we were running away with that. All right, nice little bit of fuel gained. I think, what, 0.7 for Leclerc. I think we do the same as we did on the first lap, and we just push. We just push like crazy. Get away from Carlos Sainz, get away from the rest of the field, create that gap once again, and then we can kind of chill with our 2 drivers. So away we go off the safety car restart. As long as Norris has warmed up his tyres enough, which it looks like he's fine, he's got away, And within a lap, we're going to get that second advantage. Our car is just too OP. This is why I'm not going to do any more upgrades for the rest of the season. Because in 5 races' time, we're still probably going to be the fastest car in the grid. And then maybe Red Bull can overtake us and give us that late challenge towards the end of the season. We will keep research and development going for next season, though. Just in case we do another season. And we'll see what we do with that. But we are away from the field already. We can already relax. And we can keep telling Lando Norris just to sit behind Charles Leclerc. And we'll preserve some fuel, preserve some ERS, and we'll do the same for Leclerc as well. This is probably what it felt like for Mercedes in 2020. Probably what it feels like for Red Bull right now. You know, you're just sitting on the pit wall, just chilling. Just watch your 2 drivers just zoom around, create that gap to the rest of the field, and then get pissed off every time someone crashes and brings out another safety car so you lose the gap that you just created. I mean, come on, man. How many safety cars do we want? It's still so early on. Why are there safety cars left, right, and centre? There's 2 more cars out of the race. It's the 2 LPs. Don't tell me the 2 LPs crashed into each other, ruined each other's race. Where's he gone? Oh! He went off, but I think a Williams hit him. That didn't look nice. All right. I can see why it's a safety car, but another safety car? I mean, we could pit Leclerc. Let's have a look at the strategy options real quick. Could we pit Leclerc onto the hard? No, we can't pit him onto the hards now. I mean, we could. But how many places does he lose? He drops all the way down here. There's no point. We pit him. There's no point. Another safety car. 2 in about 10 laps. Or 5 laps even. Not even 10 laps. 5 laps. Safety car coming in once again. No one pit under the safety car. So, I mean, the safety car's pretty much just bunching up the fields. No change in strategies for anybody else. So we're going to do the same thing that we did last safety car and at the start of the race, and just push as much as we can to get away from the field. And I tell you what, good thing we underfueled the car as much as we did, because with all these safety cars, we're getting all the fuel back. Look at that, we've already did more than half of the fuel saving needed for Lando Norris, and we're already down to minus 2.9 for Charles Leclerc as well. So we're underway, and the gap's already opened up before we've even finished the first lap. So that's how fast we are. We're rapid. We're absolutely rapid, and we can chill once again with the 2 drivers, relax, and just kind of go chill mode, save the fuel, save the ERS, and no, don't tell me there's another safety car. We literally just got underway. I think it's just a yellow flag. All right, so it's just a yellow flag, but another crash, and it Carlos Sainz. Magnussen? Why has Carlos Sainz got a penalty? Oh, Sainz has gone wide. Oh, he's lost it.
Really see the contact there, and that caused a lot of damage.
Where's Magnussen? Is that there? You can't park there, sir.
That's going to be a big blow to the team.
What's going on? Is Magnussen still going? I don't think he has damage. Sainz does, though. Sainz into the pits. Oh, he's got to serve a penalty. Carlos Sainz in the mud. Oh my God, what's taking so long? What's going on? Red Bull! Red Bull! Red Bull in the mud. They're having a nightmare. Alright, well, that's our biggest threat out the window. Because of that incident as well, it created an even bigger gap. We're chilling. We're chilling. You know what? We're going to have to chill out with both our drivers now.
Increase a lift and coast.
Because we want a fair battle. So we want both of them to save fuel, both of them to save ERS, and we'll have a fair battle between the 2 of them. At what point do I go, you know what, you guys can battle? Because I think for now, we've still got Russell hunting us down. So that is something that I am looking at. We've got to be careful of George Russell. I think maybe I switch the 2. Maybe I switch him down the straight. And we save fuel for Charles Leclerc to make it fair. So, down the straight. What's going on here? Oh, pit window in 1 lap. Alright, never mind. Maybe we... Oh, shit. I was going...
So use those tires.
I don't know what to do. I think we've favoured Lando Norris a bit too much. But all right, we'll just let him fight. Screw it. We're going to try and save some ERS and save some fuel. There you go. Lando Norris is through now. I mean, I was kind of hoping Leclerc would just sit behind him. But... all right, they're going side by side. Please don't crash, lads. Leclerc holds on. I'll tell you what, Leclerc's just too good, mate. He is too good. He's holding on. We're trying to harvest some ERS. We're trying to save some fuel with Charles Leclerc. And the best way to do it is to sit in the DRS with Lando Norris. But he doesn't care. He's just going to defend for his life and hold on to that P1. He just wants that P1 once again. And he's got DRS. Leclerc's too good, mate. He is too good. We might as well conserve fuel with Lando Norris. All right, so the pit window is active. Probably going to pit around lap 30 onto the hard tyres. But we want to save the ERS, save as much fuel as possible before then. And the best way to do it would be to sit behind Norris, and Norris is finally through. So now you can do it. But Russell is not out of our race, and neither is Max Verstappen. Verstappen up into P4. He's about 6 seconds behind us. I mean, he's just been overtaken by the Ferrari. So that is a bit of a problem for him. But if he gets back up into P4 and a safety car comes out, changes the whole game. And we've already had 2 safety cars, so they are common. And Russell into the pits early doors. We're going to pit with Leclerc right after, go onto the hard tyres, make sure we don't get undercut by the bloody Mercedes. Let's see what Russell goes. He must be going on to a set of hards. Verstappen and Gasly following on in. Let's see what Mercedes can do. I mean, there's no rush there from the mechanics. Bloody hell. They got held up by both the Ferrari and the Red Bull. But Russell coming out the pits. Leclerc now on his in lap. I mean, I would push a little bit, but I don't think we really need to. So Leclerc on his in lap. He's going to be coming in at the very end of the lap. Here we go. Charles Leclerc into the pits. How good of a pit stop have we got? Let's try and do it a little quicker than the Mercedes mechanics. I mean, they took that... oh, we're all the way at the end of the pit lane as well. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. A little bit faster. A little bit faster. All right, here we go. Here we go. Into the pits. Charles Leclerc. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. That's what we trained for. George Russell, where is he? He's... oh, yeah, we're coming out miles ahead of him. See you later, son. I tell you what, it would have been nice to come out ahead of that McLaren, but we should be able to get that overtake pretty easily on him. We'll go chill mode for a bit. We'll go chill mode. Just keep that gap to Russell and Verstappen, and we're fine. Norris out in front. He'll go chill mode for a bit as well. We do... I mean, I don't really feel like we need to save too much more fuel over the next few laps. If a safety car or a VSC comes out, then we'll start to do it a little bit more. As Leclerc did get past Kevin Magnussen. Let's see how he did that, actually. Has he done it? Oh, okay. It's on the exit down the DRS straight. So, straightforward move. And should have probably pulled out a little bit. Let's use a bit of ERS just to pull away from K-Mag. Make sure he can't come back at us and ruin our race, as he is almost coming back at us. So that's why we need to push a little bit with the ERS that we've got. That McLaren is not slow. McLaren is actually pretty decent. We saw decent results from Magnussen. Is it Ocon? Yeah, Magnussen and Ocon in recent weeks. But it's so hard to get out of the DRS. You really have to push or have it in the first lap or in the restart of the safety car laps, because there's 3 DRS zones. You got one down this pit straight, you got one down this straight, then you got one down the next straight. So if you're not out of it, the car's just going to sit behind you in that DRS. And now we're approaching Maloney and Stroll, who are fighting like crazy. This is not what we need. We want to get past these 2 cars as quick as possible, and it's not going to be easy at all. You can see Norris... oh, I forgot we were still on low conserve with Norris. So Norris is going to be fine with fuel for the rest of the Grand Prix, but Leclerc needs to get past these 2. Hopefully one of them comes into the pits. No, neither of them do. We're going to go for a bit of overtake. There we go. Through on the Aston Martin. The next one's going to be easy as well. What the bloody hell do you think you're still doing? All right, there we go. Next one should be easy on Lance Stroll. Up we go into P6. Now we have to keep pushing. We have to keep pushing. Try and get out that DRS from both those cars. They're on older tyres, obviously, 67, 65%. So it should be pretty easy if we go full push. There we go. Away from Stroll, away from Maloney. And we used up pretty much all the ERS to get that done. But we got it done, which is the main thing. We're going to close it on Zhou. Then we have... I don't know how to say his name. We have the Williams driver. There we go. I mean, can we find his full name? Oh, there's something happened in Sector 3. There you go. Frederick Vesti. There we go. Okay. I think he's in... is he in F3 in real life? He's either in F3 or F2. I mean, that's not a bad guess. Pretty much all the drivers are either in F3, F2, or F1. So, but anyway, Frederick Vesti in P4. We need to get past these two as quick as possible. And then Sergio Perez as well. And then we're in clear air with Leclerc. And he has a chance to win this Grand Prix. Other than that, Norris is having a great time. I think now's a good time to almost relax with Leclerc. Save some fuel. Save some ERS. And then we'll push. Try and get past them in the next couple laps. Hold on. Who's ran wide?
I think there's been a lock-up.
Oh, Carlos Sainz has ran wide. Oh, my days.
Let's have another look. Science is the focus here.
Mate, he's having a stinker.
That's the last thing.
Go back to the start of the race when I said he was going to be the toughest challenge in this Grand Prix. He's in last. He's in last. He's having a stinker. P17, Carlos. P17. What are you doing, son? What are you doing? All right, at what point... We need to make that move. Oh, mate. It's like a moving roadblock. Like, there's 3 of them in the way. We're going to pick them off one by one. The main thing is save up. Keep going, keep going, keep going. VSC, what has happened? Hold on a second. I don't see any damage on Leclerc's car. And I don't see Leclerc with a penalty. Did Perez get a penalty? What's happened? Holy shit. If this VSC stays out, Lando Norris could actually win this Grand Prix. We'll have to wait until the end of the lap before we decide. What's the Ferrari done? Because we were caught up in this. The Ferrari's round wide. Have that, mate. Have that, you little prick. Yeah, no damage on our car. No puncher. See you later, son. Have fun with that front wing. Make sure you pit. You little shit. Yeah, piss off, piss off. Perez, you better come into the pits. You better come into the pits. See you later, son. See you later. We'll stay out. Oh, my God. I can't believe that's happened. Norris, though, we're going to pit him at the end of this lap. If the VSC is still out. It should still be out, shouldn't it? Oh, my God. A bunch of people coming into the... Oh, no. It's just Magnussen and Perez. All right, we're going to pit him. It's still out. We're going to pit him. Onto a set of mediums. Do the mediums go to the end of the Grand Prix? That's another question, actually. Do they go to the end of the Grand Prix? Hold on. Easy there, Lando. Easy, son. I don't think they do, you know. Yeah, they do. Yeah, we'll be chilling. Oh, my God. This is going to be Lando's first win. Lando Norris is going to win in the Red Bull Ring. Thanks to a VSC coming out at the perfect time. That's if it doesn't end in the next lap or two. We just got to keep an eye on the VSC. Lando Norris coming into the pits. I thought he wasn't going to for a second. I was like, hold on a second. He didn't stick to the pit lane. That's a 5-second penalty for crossing over the white line. But we're into the pits. It's going to be a much... He's going to save a lot of time in the pit stop because under the VSC, it's like half the time. Although it is ending soon, so... Is it ended at the perfect time for Leclerc? But, I mean, he's already gained a bunch of time. Just based on it being out pretty much his whole pit stop. So out the pits he goes now. Now the VSC ends literally as he's leaving the pits. So perfect timing for Lando Norris. Is he going to come out ahead of Guan Yu Zhou? This is huge for Lando Norris's race. Lando Norris does come out ahead of Guan Yu Zhou. And we're going to push to try and get out of Zhou's DRS. Or stay out of it. It's about 0.8 right now. Zhou is going to try and stay in it. As look at the Williams and Frederick Vesti going around the outside. Leclerc is behind all of this. And he got held up because of that collision with Perez. It's going to be Lando Norris's day. Finally, Lando Norris is actually going to win a Grand Prix. I don't believe it. Norris is... I mean, we've still got half the race to go. We can't get ahead of ourselves. Has Ocon pit? Ocon hasn't pit. So Ocon still has to pit. You know what? We can go light. We're going to go light in the tyres as well with Norris. No point pushing it at all. Another yellow flag. If a safety car comes out and takes his victory away from Lando, it would be typical, wouldn't it? It would be typical. Perez in the mud. What is happening to all the big teams? Can no one drive here in Austria? I don't get it. Lando's having a great time, though. Leclerc's trying to close in on the 2 cars up ahead. But it's difficult. It is difficult. Oh, someone's pit. Who was that? Frederick Vesti did pit. So, oh no, he's locked up. I thought he pit for a second. I mean, you could just keep going, mate. You could just keep going. I don't know why you go for a stop. I don't know why you just stop. But look at us. We're cruising. Leclerc now just has to overtake Guan Yu Zhou. I mean, I could see Leclerc still kind of winning this Grand Prix. We're going to go light in the... Oh, look at that. Oh, that's when Perez hit him. So we'll have to go a little bit light on the tyres. I mean, I said I could still see Leclerc winning this. Because the safety car could come out and just pretty much save his whole race. But it should still be a 1-2 for the Haas. Because every other competitive driver has had a stinker. Carlos Sainz, stinker. Perez, stinker. Verstappen, stinker in qualifying. So we're absolutely chilling. Please tell me Leclerc was ahead. Leclerc, get ahead. Get ahead. Get ahead. What's happened again now? What is going... Seriously, what is going on? It's yellow flag and yellow flag. It's another Ferrari.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Is this Gasly now? Yeah, it's Gasly. Number 10.
You can clearly see the contact there.
This Grand Prix has been a joke. This has been a joke. Imagine being one of the bottom teams. Frederick Vesti, Maloney, Stroll. They're in the top 7. Guan Yu Zhou. This is a mental race. And we can't even get past Guan Yu Zhou. Come on, Leclerc. Push a little bit, son. Ocon into the pits. Norris in P1. Zhou into the pits. It's... I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But we're chilling. P1, P2, loving life. I mean, at least George Russell's still there, kind of. 9.5 seconds behind. But we're just out. P1, P2. Just relaxing. Doing our thing. It's great. It's great. It should be a Lando Norris win. And it should be a Leclerc P2. Finally, Lando Norris is going to get a victory. Unless another safety car comes out. Which I tell you what, I won't be too surprised about. We've had, what, is it 2 safety cars and 1 VSC this race? We're fine on fuel. We'll get that. And so it's just... basically, we're going light on the tyres with both drivers because we might as well. There's no point pushing. Leclerc's not going to catch him on older hards. And... we don't want to risk either driver going off and potentially losing this P1 and P2. So we're going to relax. I thought there was another yellow flag. I could see another safety car coming out. Maybe in the last few laps. It screws over Norris. Norris doesn't win. And Leclerc takes home another victory. That's my prediction with 15 laps to go. Multiple cars crashed again. What is going on? I think we're good. I think we're good. There's no yellow flag. I think that already happened. Gasly P17. Was it Stroll and Maloney? Oh my days. Another incident?
Look at this. It was the Alpha Tauri driver involved.
Another incident. That could have been another safety car. That could have been another VSC. I mean, Sainz down in P9. Perez in 7th. I mean, it's kind of getting back to normal. But Gasly down in P17. It's a stinker for pretty much all the big teams except for us. We're loving life. 15 seconds clear with Lando Norris. We're going full conserve with him. So that we can push on that... last lap. Another yellow flag just to scare us. I mean, there's only a few more laps left before the safety car won't make a difference. So I think we're going to be okay. I think there's no more safety cars. There's no more dramatic finish. And Lando Norris is actually going to win a Formula 1 Grand Prix. And we're going to push with him on the final lap.
And there's the fastest.
How's he got fastest lap like that? We're going to push with Lando Norris on the final lap. To make sure he gets that fastest lap as well. Could you imagine he crashes on this final lap? Trying to get fastest lap. So... alright, where is he? Alright, we're going to prepare. We're going to prepare for the fastest lap with Lando Norris. As he's finally going to win a Formula 1 Grand Prix. You love to see it. Oh, my days. Here we go. Alright, so let's go. We're going to go full attack. Full push. And full deploy. Let's go get that fastest lap, Lando. We're not even going to try it with Leclerc because he's on older hards. You know what? Screw it. We will try it with Leclerc. We'll give them both the chance for fastest lap. Leclerc starting his lap now. So we're going to go full push with both drivers. We trust them not to mess up, put it in the wall on the last lap of the Grand Prix. But we want to give them full beans to try and get fastest lap and take that point away from Ocon, but mainly to get that point for themselves as we're coming up. Is that a Ferrari we're coming up to lap? It is! We're coming up to lap Pierre Gasly right at the very end of the lap. Tyres are overheating. You got a couple more corners, mate. You are chilling. If you bottle it now, you don't deserve to win a Grand Prix. But Lando Norris around the final corner. He's finally a race winner in Formula 1, and he takes the fastest lap. Lando Norris wins in the Red Bull ring a 104.9. Oh my God, I saw a yellow flag in Sector 3 and I panicked because I knew Leclerc was coming around there as well. Leclerc takes P2. It's another 1-2, but this time Lando Norris is the number one. And as you can see here, as he crosses the line right behind the Ferrari. Looks like the Ferrari won for a second. But no, we almost lapped the Ferrari of Pierre Gasly. What a day for Lando Norris. And the safety cars really helped him out. Perez kind of screwed over Leclerc. Yes, Leclerc got stuck in a bit of traffic and we pitted him under the... Did we pit him under the safety car? I think we might have. No, I don't think we did. But he got hit by Perez and that lost him a lot of time. And it lost him a bit of tyre wear as well. But a 1-2... And, I mean, Leclerc's not going to be mad either. He extended his advantage on Verstappen. Sainz had a stinker. Verstappen did actually get P3 in the end. I'm not surprised, actually. The rest of the grid basically had a stinker and said, you know what? Here you go. Go on through. But it's a Lando Norris race win. You love to see it. He finally gets it. A 104.9 is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Leclerc 3/10 slower on that final lap. Obviously, he was on the hard tyres. Norris on the medium. So what a day for Lando Norris. Up in the P2 in the drivers. I think that gap's a little bit too far for him to close down to Leclerc, but there is still half a season to go. Who knows? All it takes is a DNF for Leclerc. Lando Norris takes the race win, and that gap closes down another 25 points, and all of a sudden you could see a little bit of a battle between the two drivers. Yeah, let's not even talk about the constructors. We've already ran away with that. Almost 100 points clear. Absolutely loving life. Lando Norris gets a development point as well. Not surprised. He just got his first ever Formula 1 win for Haas and in Formula 1 in general. What a result for Lando Norris. And next time we're going to be back in Paul Ricard. Can Lando Norris take that battle to Leclerc? As I actually forgot to put the development point on for Leclerc. He needs to up the adaptability. When it goes to the rain, I'll tell you what, when it goes to the rain, Norris is faster. So that is Lando Norris's strong point. I don't think we're ever going to up the defending enough. But maybe if we get a race in the wet, Lando Norris will take advantage. I don't think we can see the weather report this early. Oh, yeah, we can. Look at that. So there's no real chance for rain unless the weather forecast changes. But anyway, if you are enjoying this series and you want me to keep going, make sure you go ahead, leave a like down below or leave a comment down below, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.